Hello, Nadine here, artist in residence for Imagine Crafts, sharing how I created this mixed media tag and sea background using StazOn Studio Glaze. First, on just a tag that I cut out, I put on some clear gesso and then just dotting on some StazOn Studio Glaze in Midnight Blue, and then now I'm going to do Blue Hawaii and now Emerald City. And then just taking a paintbrush and just kind of blending it from side to side till I get most of the tag all covered. And then I'm going to go in and add some cotton white. Doing the same thing, just doing little dots everywhere and then blending it in with the brush. And then once I'm done with this, I am going to set it aside to dry. And now I'm going to do some double stamping with some shells. First, I'm using dark brown shimmer in Delicata, and now Delicata in white shimmer, stamping right over the top of it. You do want to clean your stamps in between this before stamping on the white, otherwise you will make your white pad all dirty. Now I am taking the black shimmer, and again we'll be cleaning the stamp, and now stamping with the white shimmer. And this last stamp I will be using Celestial Copper. And the same thing, stamping back over them with the white shimmer. And then I'm going to fussy cut out these little shells to add to my tag, but I skipped showing you that on the camera. Now that my tag is dry, I'm going back and just doing like random lines with the cotton white Studio Glaze. And while this is still wet, I'm going to take some embossing powder in Iridescent and sprinkle it on there, and then heat set the embossing powder into the StazOn Studio Glaze. It just gives it like a shimmery look, the sparkle of the water, and also adds a nice texture. Now I'm going to hot glue some burlap onto the card, and using some chipboard from Creative Embellishments, and then going back and using the Delicata dark brown shimmer, I am going to color this netting. I guess it's like fishnet. Just tabbing it right onto the chipboard and adhering that down to the tag with the hot glue gun. And once I get this all adhered, I am going to adhere the shells. Now taking another piece of chipboard, cut it down to the size I wanted, taking some white gesso, just painting it on there lightly, and then I'm going to take some walnut ink in Willow and just spray that right on there. I used a heat dryer or a heat tool to dry it once, and then I did it one more time with the Willow, adhering this onto my card with some Beacons 3-in-1 or tag. Now taking some of the white gesso and just randomly brushing it on in different places on the burlap and on the edges of the card and stuff. And I don't know why I keep calling it a card, it's a tag. Flicking some on there with some water. Now using some creative medium, I'm actually going to use this like as a glue, just randomly applying it in different places, and then I'm going to sprinkle some colored sand and some clear beads onto it, and they will stick right into the creative medium. I'm going to add a title, Under the Sea, using some Adorn It little letters, applying some white gesso over the top of it, and that is pretty much done. Punched a hole in the top and added some ribbon. Thank you for watching. Visit imaginecrafts.com for even more inspiration.